Russian Redditors, how do you feel about what's happening in Ukraine right now? I'm looking how people I didn't even vote for are destroying my future. My wife live in Kiev and I was planning to relocate to her in next couple of weeks. Now I don't even know if I'll see her ever again and I'm fucking scared. My brother is doing his military service. 20-year-old kids with no military experience who have no other choice but sleep in the forest and wait for commands. Families are told that they won't get any news for at least a week, maybe even for a month. Fuck Putin. Keep in mind that Russian people who are using Reddit hate Putin. Because we can speak English, we can see different side of the world. If you will open our Russian social networks, you will see the joy of the people because for them Putin is destroying Ukrainian Nazi. Keep in mind they were brainwashed for 20 years to believe in everything they see on TV. Deeply shocked and terrified. I don't know a single real person who supports it. Every person I've spoken with is in a pure state of horror. Until the last moment we couldn't believe that this would actually happen and they would do this, and we are horrified as we have no idea what will happen next to both countries. It's already hard to live with the realization that your country is a world enemy, and it makes it even harder considering that we are talking about Ukraine and Ukrainians as we never wanted to fight with them and still don't want to. I have a Russian dad and a Ukrainian mom. It's very sad seeing Slavs killing Slavs. Also, the largest country in the world invading for more land. Lol, if they wanted money, they need to invest into their population so it could grow. That way they can exploit their vast empty country. Instead they choose to focus on temporary monetary gain by invading Ukrainian. I teach English language. This quarter I have a young husband and wife in my class. In last week's writing assignment I asked everyone to write about a time they had to move. They have been here since September 2021. The husband wrote that they moved to the US because of the tensions between Ukraine and Russia. He said his religion forbids killing and if he stayed, he'd be forced to fight. He misses his mother. His wife wrote the same. War sucks. War with a related nation sucks infinitely. As simple as that. All my friends are terrified by that. The Ukrainian people are the closest nation to us. Even closer, that the Belarusian. We got parents and friends there. Yesterday, I was joking with my buddies from Ukraine about the war, and what did I see today? I was defending Russia from all American memes for a month, and now I need to admit that we are aggressor. That is insane. It's amazing we as a society haven't evolved past this level of control to kill each other for these governments. As a Russian immigrant in Canada, I'm struggling terribly with this. It's really difficult to navigate denouncing literal atrocity while still feeling inherently part of the ugliness just from being born there. It's all so terrible and my chest physically hurts right now. Edited to add, fuck Putin. There are no valid reasons in this age for war. No reason other than greed and power. I am morally destroyed. I cannot work, I am shaking. I do not know what to do. I have nowhere to run from this, I have no means to stop this. I fear for my mother, for my friends, for their children. Our future is irreparably broken. I can't say, I don't want to headshot with an umbrella. I'm confident that this English language thread on an American website will get accurate and representative sentiments from Russians, and that the most accurate and representative sentiments will be the most highly upvoted. You know all those hypothetical questions we always ask. If we could go back in time, make sure to kill Hitler before he starts shit. Well, wish someone would have taken one for the team. My wife was in tears this morning. We live in St. Petersburg. I am Australian. Saying, what else can we do? We were beaten in the streets for protesting Putin years ago. People are still in jail for it. Political opponents are shot. We can't get rid of him, he does as he pleases. Update. Law firms are giving pro bono work to represent the people who have already been arrested in the anti-war picket lines around the cities of Russia. Pain. Our president is a psycho. Pizdik Taveri C. Polny Pizdik. Fuck Putin. That's what. Edit. I am living in the US and got my US citizenship a couple of years ago. But I'm worried for my family and friends who are still in Russia, Ukraine. One of my friends from Russia says that he feels the shame that non-Nazi Germans felt in 1939. Yesterday I saw a Russian in the Russia Reddit say, "Why should Russia allow itself to be surrounded by enemies?" My response was, how about the option of making less enemies? I was banned within 30 minimum. Russian here. This bastard Putin is simply out of his mind. He is a madman. I am terrified of what's happening right now. I don't like anything that's happening in Ukraine, Donetsk, Lugansk, America or Russia for the last 10 or so years. I hate people dying for higher-ups' ideology, being it Nazi, political, economical, I don't care now. I hate the whole nation being hated so much for their government's actions. I hate politics. Nothing good definitely. I do not want war. I live in Moscow. I am horrified. Shocked. Angry, ashamed, but mostly fucking terrified. I've been crying all morning. Putin doesn't speak for our nation, we didn't elect him, it was all staged. I don't want war. I don't know anyone who wants war. I've got family in Ukraine, lots of us do, and it's excruciating to read all the news. We try to organize protests, but it's hard since this fucking usurper got most of our Protestants to rot in jail. But we try. It is scary to go cause all the protests end the same way with no results. But I feel that it is important to go and at least try to make a change. We want peace. There's literally no reason to start a war ever. This is not my president, he is a killer and he must be held accountable for his crimes. As someone who lives in Russia and grew up in Ukraine, I'm shocked, terrified and crushed. A couple days ago we couldn't imagine something like this, but now, when it's more than real, it seems like the worst is yet to come. I'm deeply embarrassed and upset of how it turned out. The actions our government took will throw us back to the 90s politically and economically, but that's not the most important part. People will die, thousands of families will suffer, and our relationships with Ukraine will go through something they won't recover from. Stay strong, fellow Ukrainians. For whom it may concern, we're sorry. I feel sad. This is the day I am not proud of being Russian. Nobody wants war. Ukrainians and Russians are brothers, cousins. We are the same people. We hope this mess ends soon. I want to fucking die. It sucks. I am in my mid-50s. We were done of the last children to practice duck and cover in schools. Basically it was hide under your desk so it is easier to count the dead. Now all the paranoia and fear of the Cold War is surging back, and the possibility of nuclear war is incredibly real. I can taste it in my throat. Or put it this way, I stopped drinking over a decade ago because it was causing harm in my daily relationships and my family. Yeah, maybe taking up that hobby again lol. The people, we want peace. Government, best we can do is WW3. I'm from Ukraine. Vladimir Putin, I hope you die soon. I am not ethnically Russian, but I live here. The people that I have talked to are all shocked and angry, me included. We don't want war, and also we know that life in Russia will soon get much more difficult. I really hope they don't convince us to kill each other SMH. In this day and age war can get extremely out of hand. We have no idea. What if another bioweapon is released? Honestly, I don't know how to put it into words, it almost feels surreal. I am halfway across the world and it feels heavy. Other humans don't deserve to be treated that way, all because an egotistical, methodical, manipulating monster wants his way. Men are capable of such evil acts. I've never believed in a god, but I am praying to now tonight in thought of Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. I read recently that 50% of the Russian population supports the invasion. Propaganda works. I've living outside of Russia for almost 15 years, mainly because of my allergy to Putin. It hurts me a lot for Ukraine. My mom and dad got married in Ukraine at 1971, my dad a Ukrainian. I feel sorry for everyone. And I have to say, Ukrainian people, I am sorry. Mne osen zal, sito taki kaka bilo osen malo, a stalo, kazetsa, sa ments. I'm getting hyped for the Google Maps update. I am from Lithuania, can't believe this is happening to our friends. As a German I would like to say this, it's not as funny when you're on the wrong side of history, is it, Russia? This is serious topic, but I can't help myself reading all of the comments with Russian accent. Probably exactly how you feel when, insert your country here, does some evil shit. Disturbed but not enough to mess with your daily life. It really fucking sucks to have my heritage be the clear villain and the enemy of the place I live. It's been subtly like that my whole life, thanks McCarthy, but now it's explicit. I'm not Russian, but some of the attacks are dangerously close to borders of other countries, mine included. I'm kinda scared and depressed at the same time, I can only expect influx of Ukrainian immigrants. And I very much hope that fuckface Putin gets assassinated. I feel like I have no future. I'm so sorry for the actions of my government, but everything I can say or do is worthless. Not great, but I understand it. Same as Americans when they invaded Libya, Yugoslavia, Iraq, Somalia, Sudan. Indian here and can understand Russian to a decent degree. I say fuck Putin. Ukrainians stay strong and win this. Hashtag pray for Ukraine. Smiling face with tear. I feel like Putin is going to start WW3.